Hello and welcome to this Sunday, very, very special Sunday, September 20th collective reading for you. And I have ringing in my ears, so we have incoming messages for sure. My name is Rochelle Richard, and I guide you into and through finding your power in every moment, and that is through utilizing such tools as Oracle and Tarot cards, among countless other tools, resources, practices, and techniques to get you from powerless into powerful. And believe me, I know this journey very well. I wasn't sure if for today I was going to make much mention of my twin flame journey today. You see, September 20th, 2 years ago today, we connected for the first time in this physical realm via a friend request on Facebook from him. Holy crap, did my life get turned upside down. And I have been cleaning up the chaos since then. And that is why it is so fitting. The cards that came today. Now, some of you may have found me on my TikTok channel, Healing Twin Flames. That is where this card pull originally took place. So I do have the cards pulled for us here. And as each one revealed itself, I knew exactly what they were saying. So yeah, I knew how divinely aligned these cards were for today as each one came up in the pull. And so this video is to dive deeper in the messages therein for all of us, myself included, for this incredible journey. 2 years. Time truly is fleeting, or that which we perceive to be time. Which is why, with this first card to come up, it's a reminder to go easy on yourself. To remind yourself, I am where I am, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, and that everything in my journey has happened for a reason. To help me learn, grow, expand, and become this better and better version of myself. But that means shit's gonna get rough. So have compassion. Compassion for yourself, for your twin, and for others. Right now, we are in the midst of this massive consciousness shift. The entire planet is experiencing a dark night of the soul. A dark night of the soul, which those of us who before meeting our twin were already experiencing phases of those on our spiritual awakening journey. And then once you have a meeting with your twin, that whole activation thing happens, and all of your shit kind of implodes upon you. And so you have a twin flame dark night of the soul, or a dark night of the soul twin flame edition, as I say. I have to tell you, practicing compassion for yourself and really learning to recognize that you are your twin. And as you treat them, it is so certainly how you too are treating yourself, and vice versa. How you treat yourself is how you are treating your twin. So take a pause and recognize that you are where you are. So is he or she. You are where you are, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. That which is time is an illusion. When you come into the present moment, there is no time. It's just right now, right here, right now. There is no past, there is no future. There's only right now, this moment. And in this moment is where we can find and connect with our power. Our power of gentleness, of kindness, of being able to recognize the love within ourselves, the beauty within ourselves, the divinity within ourselves, as we also seek to see it within our twin. But you see, again, as I've already mentioned, a twin flame journey is ultimately a self-love empowerment journey, and you are going to hear me remind you of that over and over and over. It is not coincidental. I do not believe in coincidences, although I like using the word coinkydink. That's a fun little word, isn't it? Everything is synchronistic. Everything is divine. Everything is part and parcel of this self-love empowerment journey. And one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself or another is compassion. To remind yourself that we are all on this journey together. Okay, and everybody, including you, is doing the best they can with what they know, with where they are, with what they believe about themselves and the world around them. Or you hope. Because when you find out that you really haven't been doing your best, you haven't been being your best, this is when you're going to need that compassion for yourself. And forgiveness. Forgiveness will set you free. I call the Ho'oponopono practice, I call it the forgiveness freedom practice, because forgiveness is for giving you the freedom to move on with your life, for you to release the heavy weight that you have been carrying of regret, guilt, shame, blame, vengeance. Oh, did I mention regret? I know that one well too. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful practices that you could implement in your life to create rapid change. Rapid change. Rapid change. And it clears away the cobwebs. It allows the dark clouds to part so that you may see the light in you and in turn the light in others. That is the power of compassion. With little packages of forgiveness thrown in there, of course. So you can see the light in you and others. Because in that light is love, and love is the epitome of abundance. Whether it's abundance of air, abundance of joy, abundance of bliss, abundance of excitement, abundance of certainty, abundance of faith, abundance of blessings, because all those things are blessings. When you let go of what no longer serves you, when you can be kind with yourself and allow yourself to let go of these things, to forgive yourself, to recognize that you are learning. You don't know everything. Right? And as you allow yourself to let go of those heavy things that are weighing you down, that are burdening you physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically, guess what you do? You allow your vibration to rise. And abundance does not exist. I mean, yeah, you can have an abundance of guilt, shame, blame, anger, fear, frustration. You can have an abundance of that. However, when we think abundance, that's not usually where we go, right? We look in that space as having a lack. I have a lack of confidence. I have a lack of certainty. I have a lack of money. I have a lack of faith and trust. That's what these lower vibrations are, is it lack. Abundance takes you higher. Abundance, true abundance, takes you into those higher vibrations, which align for allowing for all those blessings to come into fruition in your physical experience. Yeah. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you, as my twin and I have been on such a crazy journey, which you can follow. I have started a Healing Twin Flames Instagram account. I'm not sure where that's going to go. I wish I had done it many months ago as kind of like an online, well, like a blog or a vlog, but an online journal of everything that I experience, of the abundance of such. Because, you know, we would create our vision, we would start down that path, and boom, all the shadows would come in, banging down our doors. The fears, the doubt, the uncertainty, the lack. And so things didn't work out as we had so deeply desired, because we weren't getting out of our own way. We weren't. We were choosing to stay focused on what wasn't working, on the heaviness that was between us, in order to be together in this lifetime, at this point in our journey. We did that, right? Which brings us back to compassion, forgiveness, seeing the light in ourselves, and realizing and remembering that we are abundant beings. We are abundant, naturally abundant. Abundance is our natural state of being. But you see, when we allow our doubts and our fears to take hold, when we refuse to truly lean into and trust our vision, our souls, the universe, our journey, our knowing, when we refuse to allow ourselves to trust in what feels good and follow that, then we don't go. We stay back, afraid of what might go wrong, but not focusing on what could go so right. So right. I strongly believe and know that one of the greatest lessons for twin flame travelers is trust. Learning to trust in the journey. Learning to trust that through divine timing, everything becomes what we have desired it to become, what we have envisioned and visualized it becoming. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. You see, co-creating, manifesting that trip from concept to completion in less than 90 days from Phoenix, Arizona to Goa, India, having never been off the North American continent, no passport I'd ever owned before. I arrived with 0 jet lag. I met my twin flame in person in a whole other country. That was some scary ass shit. Facts. I had so many shadows to work my way through. So many trap doors along my path that wanted to suck me in like the abyss they each and every one are. So how do you empower yourself into trust? You have got to be telling yourself that you trust. You have got to recognize that the story you're telling is the reality you're living. And so thus and therefore, that mantra, I trust, I surrender, I say yes, that is the mantra that I used to continue to push through those bullshit doubts and fears that, oh my goodness, were constantly in sabotage mode. I almost threw away $1,500 on the plane ticket because, of course, I just was flying by the seat of my pants, pun intended, and was like, oh, that's a good time. Booked. It was non-refundable. $1,500 ticket. But I trusted. I surrendered, and I said, fuck yes, to the universe. And listen, I have this most incredible story, this most incredible experience that changed my life in profound ways. And even now, still, I have moments where it's like, okay, Rochelle, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. It's almost 2 years now. It's done. No. It's kind of like that person who climbs Mount Everest one time in their life, but you better believe they're going to tell it for the rest of their lives. And so am I. Because my love and my twin flame journey, my trip to India in less than 90 days was so incredible that it is a story that must be told. And why? Even greater still, the whys, plural, would be the importance of recognizing the trust that was needed to achieve that outcome, to recognize the faith that was necessary. And that's what trust is. It's a faith. Trust is faith. Faith is having a belief in the unseen, which means you've got to trust that which you cannot see, touch, taste, hear, or smell yet. You've got to be the one to trust that it is already yours. That yes, you can be, do, and have anything and everything you desire. You've just got to get out of your own way. And that means you've got to be the one to be doing the work. Check out my reading from the new moon this last week. September 17th, because I talk exactly about this. All right? About getting out of your own way. And there are actually ways to do that in that video. Okay? In fact, I will put it at the end of this one. So it is linked for you to just click on it and go straight to it. I will also link it down in the comments. Okay? So note to self that I'm doing that. Okay? Trust. You've got to trust. All right? And when you trust yourself, you trust the universe. This is a challenge that we have that creates this inner contradicting conflict, right? This contradiction within ourselves is that religious people want to talk about having faith in God, yet they don't have faith in themselves. Well, the world is our mirror, and your relationship with yourself is the same relationship that you are experiencing with the world around you. So if you do not truly trust yourself, then you don't trust a higher power either. It's connected. Because guess what? You are source. You are source incarnated. You are as like source is like the octopus head is what I, for lack of a better analogy here, right? Source, higher power, God, whatever label you choose, universe. It's like the octopus head. And all of us, all that is, our little tentacles that are out exploring and experiencing all that there is to experience, right? You are the universe incarnated. You are in and of the universe. So for you to not trust you, you don't trust the universe. And if you don't trust the universe, you don't trust you. Because when you trust, and like I said, it was a trip, pun intended, to be going all the way around the world to a completely foreign country, airports I'd never been to, language that I didn't speak, yeah. And it was the best idea ever. And I tell you, every little step along the way, every part of my journey, because I kept leaning into that trust. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. And as a result, freedom. Freedom is what awaits you. And in order for you to truly feel free, you have got to allow yourself to be in that state of being, which means you've got to trust that everything is working out for you. That's the rest of the mantra. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Everything is always working out for me because the universe always has my back. That was the entire mantra that I would recite over and over and over, both before and during this trip. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Everything is always working out for me because the universe always has my back, which is true. Because when you are in trust, when you are surrendering, then you are free. There is nothing, there's no limitations that are locking you into a box or keeping you trapped in an illusionary yet painful comfort zone. Because as you'll hear me say, a comfort zone is simply that which is familiar, which means that which is comfortable. It's like an old chair, right? Boy, that chair may screw up your back and your hips, and it may not really be comfortable, yet it's comfortable because it's familiar. It's your chair, right? But man, something better. Something better. That is truly comfortable. But you've got to get out of that entrapment that you've created for yourself. Only you can free yourself. Only you can experience freedom. Only you can live wild and free, as the card says. Only you can choose your freedom. You can choose either bondage to your beliefs, to your bullshit, to your bad habits, to toxic relationships, or you can choose freedom. Freedom from all of that. Freedom to really, truly go out and explore and experience this incredible world and live your life to the deepest, to the fullest. Because that's what depth is. You fill it up. Claim your independence. Claim it. And once you declare, I choose this, I claim that, guess what? And I have watched this every time, especially with my twin flame. Every time you get in that energy and you are anchored into your power, every time I've done this and anchored into my power and made a declaration for what I was calling in and what I was creating, holy shitballs, the universe started to move mountains every time. And then, boom, here comes the test. And it's not a test from the universe. No, contraire. It is that ego kicking in to say, wait! That's scary there. You know, freedom is scary. I have responsibilities. I got obligations. I got to take care of that. I have to do that. I need to do that. I can't do that. I can only do this. So you're not free. You've got to be the one to decide to be free. Same with me. free to live the life you desire to live. And as twin flames, right? The life we desire to live is working our mission, is being fully anchored into and embodied into our mission, serving this world, serving humanity side by side together, right? But as I said, you got to get out of your own way. As those fears and doubts come up, I remind you to have compassion for yourself, to recognize that these are not bad things, that rather these are simply things that you've got to look at and recognize that, ooh, that doesn't feel good and that's contradictory to what I'm creating. So what can I do to move myself through this compassionately? And B, focusing on gratitude and abundance around you. Be implementing that forgiveness practice so that you're creating space for the vision that you have with your twin. Believe me, I'm working on this very much. But you've got to be actively doing the work, and I know what it's like to not. I know what it is to deceive myself that I'm doing this work when I'm not. All right, you've got to be that. And trust yourself, trust your journey, trust the process. Trust, surrender, and say yes to your life, your journey, your abundance, the universe, your union. Say yes to your knowing. To hell with what it looks like currently. Stop looking at what is. And I've done this plenty myself, where I look at what is currently between my twin flame and I, what is currently in even other facets of my life not working. And I focus on that. And as a result, that's what gets amplified, and I continue to perpetuate those cycles. You are the catalyst. Again, check out September 17th, new moon reading. It will still be applicable, I'm sure. I'm sure. About you being the catalyst in your journey. Because by doing all of that work, by releasing yourself, by believing in yourself and trusting in yourself and believing in your twin and your vision, you have freedom. Freedom to be you, freedom to be with your twin, freedom to be free. To be free. Believe you will fly. Because you do have wings. You just cannot see them with your physical eyes. It is time you choose freedom for yourself and you declare your independence. The world is waiting on you to discover it. That concludes this special Sunday, September 20th, Twin Flame reading. Be sure to like and subscribe as I put out card reading videos 3 times a week. That may become a little more frequent, we shall see, but for sure 3 times a week. And if you would like to book your own private intuitive clarity session today, I do throw in bonuses. I don't just do a reading for you. Obviously it's coaching as well in there, in addition to some like I said, some bonuses, some journaling bonuses, video replay link on our video session video that we do. Yeah, there's a few things. So go check that out at empowermentexperiences.com/ICS for intuitive clarity session. Again, that's empowermentexperiences.com/ICS. All right? That said, thank you for spending this time with me on this very, very special Sunday. I send you so much love, and I receive your love. And I send love out to my twin flame on our special 2-year day. I will see all the rest of you in the next video. Again, Rochelle Richard with Empowerment Experiences, guiding you into and through finding your power in every moment. Namaste.